Hey there, Shrine Runners! Hello, and welcome to the Fox Shrine. I'm Araxis, your host, and tonight we're going to be playing some more Limbus Company. Hey there, Josephine. Hey, Meta. Hey, Ada. Hey, Skylar. Welcome. You're doing alright? I'm doing pretty good. Though, actually, I think I just realized that there might be a little bit of a sore on my tongue or something like that. I just noticed my tooth just sort of like brushed against it. Oh, it's fine. Hey, Kuro. Hope you're doing alright. But yeah, it's time for us to finish up Limbus Company. Or at least I assume so, at least. It sounded like before we were getting close to the end, and we're up to fighting a boss as well. So yeah, let's do that. Doesn't matter if we got a little bit of a shorter stream, because I mean we had a shorter stream yesterday, and technically we were supposed to it just means we're turning like one regular length stream into two shorter ones, right? Right. Alright. So 6 a.m. I hate 6 a.m. 6 a.m.'s too early for anyone, in my opinion. Let's get to the game, shall we? Alright. Hold on, let me just do that a little bit. And let's go. As per usual, do let me know if there are any issues with the audio. Clear 9.5, 14. Is that what I'm now? 12, 13, 14. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're very close to the end. Okay. Fred, you were following, decided to stop streaming. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, like, streaming is essentially a hobby, right? And sometimes you just don't feel like doing your hobby anymore, which is fine, and it doesn't stop someone from coming back to it at a later date as well. Like, these things don't have to be permanent. Hopefully your friends are doing all right. They find joy in whatever it is they're doing with their new free time. But yeah. Anyway. We have a boss fight over here. Oh, this is actually a... this uses capsules. It doesn't use... that. Is this a... Let's get going. So, apparently the boss is very sort of like blunt-focused. I don't care. I'm going in with the team that I've currently got. We will see how things go. My theory in these situations is we ball. We should level you up a little bit. Yeah. And we'll just do one over there. Okay. I just don't normally notice it because obviously, like I'm not speed running like all of these different things, right? So like I don't have to worry about like burning out an energy or anything. Yes, I totally understand, Kuro, 100%. Anyway, let's get things started. If our team ends up getting wiped, that's all right. We just do it again, and with a better built team. After leaving Rien's quarters, we explored the Index's corridor for a while, but didn't find anything that could help piece Ryoshi's memories back together. Great work. Now, that leaves just the Pinky Nurse Father's corridor. What kind of fresh horror is about to be inflicted upon us? Maybe the docent? I don't know. But that room didn't have any back doors for us to explore. There were countless more in the adjacent corridor, but our guideline makes it a bit difficult to delve into each and every one of them right away. Which means that our work here is done. Thank you for your assistance, Dante. I think you mentioned it last time, but curious what bleed looks like with Rogia and Merceau. having competition for the slots now. Alright. Guess we'll just have to see, right? Bloodfiend's team is certainly fun, though. Generally, like I like going with like a full like themed team where possible, because I just think it's fun. I haven't actually run Bloodfiend Merceau yet. I think I was basically saving that for when I eventually do Don Quixote's Canto on stream. But it's fine. Okay. Glad we could help. Dante replied, they're happy to have been of assistance. Well then, it's been a pleasure. After a brief round of handshakes, Alan returned to the forward base. We probably should have done the same, but... Hey, want to take a look around here anyway? Sure. As we had more business here than simply checking the doors, we decided to stay a little longer and investigate the Pinky's corridor. The Pinky Nurse Father's room had a peculiar structure. That prince is a bit too important for Don if you're running her. Princess Rogie is also really good, but can probably be replaced with the ring. Oh, alright. I mean, I know a lot of people say that you don't have to bother running Otis, like Barber. But okay, let's run Barber. He's fun. I love the giant scissors. Each door we opened led to a room identical in shape to the previous one. And even though I was certain we'd traversed through quite a few rooms, we somehow found ourselves back at the starting point. Ah, no, it's one of them mazes. There are some small design differences between each room to help tell them apart, but it's difficult to tell which is which unless we look really hard at every detail. Barbara might find her place back on the team if Roger's being replaced. Because of less blood feast being consumed? Where are we now? The kitchen? How do you know that? I've been here before. Someone ghosted me after promising to watch Fixer clips together, so I thought I'd come visit. It's someone you all have met too, I think. Less blood fiends and how about scissors with Envy? Yes. Yeah, how about scissors definitely wants Envy. I'm really looking forward to Nurse Father Otis, because like middle IDs are basically all about the Envy, right? So like run like a middle team with Nurse Father Otis, and how about scissors should be quite good with that, I imagine. It was must be another one who was severed by the Arashiki. Damn, you might be right. His name was Ren, the Pinky Apprentice. I tick-tocked, but no one here really seemed to have anything to say to that. I suppose that only makes sense. After all, his existence registered to no one here but me. So, when you said back at K-Corp that you'd cooked before, you were talking about this, huh? Yep. I used to perform intense culinary artistry here. Your scabbard's shaking. The reviews were glowing. One of them was YUM, meaning yeah. Unbelievably mouth-watering. Yum! Hi, Botic. Hi, New. I'm Araxis. How you going? Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, we're just doing some... We're finishing up some Limbus company. We're finishing up the Intervallo. So just keep in mind spoilers if you haven't sort of like done that yet. And yeah, we should be coming up on the boss, actually. Oh yeah, I got your name right. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, like as a streamer, like I do want to try and get people's names right, but sometimes it can be tricky. People have creative names, and I say that in a positive sense, of course. But when you're like streaming, trying to focus on that and work out the right way to sort of say people's names can be tricky. Let's say your name like but Iska. No, it's like what Scar, right? As in like ska music? Something like that. Cool, gotcha. The scabbard of S.A.N.G.R.I.A was defiantly shaking from side to side in a valiant effort to deny Ryoshi's claim. Oh, Hungarian name. I actually visited Hungary last year. My family actually immigrated to Australia during the Cold War. So I've got sort of Hungarian ancestry. I don't speak Hungarian, unfortunately, but it was nice. I do have family over there, and it was nice to sort of go and visit them and say hello. Oban, by the way. Yeah, it's definitely a big trip. Fuck. That's a bloody long flight. You have to sort of like stop off in the UAE, and then that's like an 18-hour flight or something like that, and then like another flight from there to Budapest. It's not a fun flight. If you can, make sure you've got leg room. Must have been pretty damn bad, huh? The farthest you've gone from your city is to, like, Balaton. Okay. Yeah, if you get the chance, it is nice to travel, absolutely. Not necessarily easy, but it is good to travel. I get to experience new things, widen your worldview, that sort of stuff. I have to say though, like, I definitely do recommend Hungary to people. The food there is pretty awesome. Yeah. Hopefully it'll improve. Yeah, well, I was definitely like heard that a lot from relatives as well about the Hungarian currency, and like even my dad, like he sort of like said that prices have gotten even worse since the last time that he's sort of gone. So. I'm having a hard time believing her, if you ask me. Nice. Yeah, always good to do Mystery Dungeon while you're doing something else, I think. Like, it's fairly easy if you're sort of doing just the first 5 levels. Basically just auto that on, like, one monitor, and I do something else on the other. What did you usually make? Boxed lunch. Boxed lunch that kids might bring to grade school, with sausages cut like octopuses and tamagoyaki. Usually, I end up running. I don't tend to run teams that are like overly focused on like a theme, I guess. Usually, I'll go with like the strongest IDs that have like a fairly balanced sin pool. Like at the moment, I'm sort of going with a fair few ring IDs, along with a few sort of like outliers like Zhong, Ishmael, and the latest Walpurgis Ryoshu, because those ones are pretty solid. Still need to get Ring Honglu. I don't have him yet. Yeah, basically, if you're going to Hungary, pork and paprika are going to be fairly big components of a lot of dishes there. So keep an eye on those. A bit simple to be intense culinary artistry, don't you think? IF. Didn't you know? There's nothing like a school lunchbox rivalry. So, I want octopus sausages, tamagoyaki, and... Why are we making sausages out of an octopus? Ring Honglu is pretty good. Faust is the star of the show, based on the damage numbers. Okay. Well, I think about Ring Honglu is, if I recall right, he gives a huge bonus to all ring members once he uses his a big sort of finale. So, like, that's going to make him better for longer fights with a lot of ring members to benefit from all of those. Oh, Lunar Memory on 4-4. Nice. Well done. That's always good to have show up. And yeah, Albina is pretty awesome. No! I mean, sausages cut like octopuses! And why are we cutting sausages into octopus shapes? Because it's adorbs! Oh, that's why! Something like this? That's actually really well done. Yours was the Honglu's brother. For Kanto 9? Or are we just talking, like, favorite characters in general? Kongchu? Also need to get Ring Sang. Yeah, basically, like, everything I've heard about Ring Sang is that he is incredibly good. I have got him, eventually. Finally grabbed him with, like, one of the tickets or something. But yeah, Kongshu is pretty good. What's that? Sausage carved into an octopus shape. Didn't miss a single suction cap. Come on! I didn't mean like a real life octopus. It's gonna be adorbs, okay? Isn't it all the SD once it goes down the gullet? Why is this so important? Honestly, I think that is adorbs. 100%. That is well done. Yeah, Ring Sang Clash numbers are a little bit down, but still meta. Though, just use characters you like as well. Some characters are showing their age, but like you can still use a lot of characters still. Mommy, there's nothing like a school lunchbox rivalry. IDU. Oh, that's impressive. Like, her numbers are definitely on the low side these days, unfortunately. But Chroma Faust does have style. Huh? You're doing your weird acronyms again, aren't you? It means I don't understand. That's what you say, IDK, Mom. SMH. She definitely has her fans. These must be some of the happiest memories Ryoshu and Araya shared. The sinners, me, and Araya, even as a scabbard, could imagine or recall them in full. But for Ryoshu, the most important part of those memories remained sliced away. Still, if we can continue to piece more and more of our memories together by going over these places, do you want to check out what's upstairs too? As soon as I asked, however, the sinner's footsteps came to a simultaneous stop. Wait. Hang on, Clockhead. Don't open the door just yet. I looked back and found Kira and Heathcliff poised to fight, hands on their weapons. This way, manager. And Maso, who realized what that indicated, yanked me to the back of the line. Who are my top 5 Smash IDs? Alright, well, I'm asexual, so I'm not really interested in, like, smashing per se. But, like, if we're talking just sort of, like, visual aesthetics, I guess? Let's see. Which are some of the ones that I really like the look of? Okay. I have to probably go through all of them, admittedly, to Kurokuma Ishmael? Okay, like, she is pretty good. Like, with the whole, so, like, Sayo style that she's got going on. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. Who else? I think I would have to say Albina Faust is also pretty solid. I really like the robot sort of aesthetic going on there. The clean lines, the segments, like that's really good. Who else? I suppose Ada Blossom Faust is also pretty good, now that I think about it. Seven Otis is pretty stylish. And maybe Butler Otis, too. Kurokuma Heathcliff. He's definitely got sort of like a rough charm about him, that's for sure. I'm gonna double check all the different Heathcliff IDs to determine which one's my favorite, but I'm probably biased towards full stock Heathcliff. Like the whole sort of like modern combat aesthetic with a with a huge-ass sniper rifle. Like, that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. So those are probably some of the things I would say. Manager Don is pretty awesome too. And in mere moments, so there was someone guiding those whelps. Figures had sent more than fodder to the house of spiders. Normal Don unsmashable. I've actually got like a Don plushie. Like I got one of those like little tiny like chibi plushies that they were selling a while back. And I got 2 of them. One of Don and one of Otis. Because those 2 are my favorites. Jean, oh yes, Jean Ishmael is pretty awesome too. Now that you mention that, like that's some good style right there. That's very cyberpunk, and I'm into that. Stinks of wet dog. The claws of a massive paw slashed through where we had just been standing. Wolf mask? It really is, as Maestro Emile Benoit said. This place is already occupied. But I thought it was a docent that we encountered. Was that I think it was Docent Benoit, but I think it was a different first name, right? Probably a different first name, not Emile. Okay. If you would be so kind as to help me with directions. Is this where Master Callisto's art is located? The question came from a woman who appeared from one of the doors that led to a different corridor. She was wearing a wolf mask, and unlike the Falvists we had encountered thus far, she seemed to make it a point to speak and act with decorum. Curious if the trio at the beginning of the game has anything to do with the Falvists. Oh, right, Panther and all that. Like, I know that they were a reference to the like Dante's Inferno in terms of like Dante's like running into like the 3 of them like at the start of his journey into hell. But yeah, what's their overall story? But the subtle hint of violence in her voice quickly betrayed this air of faux civility. You're at the right address, lady? Robo-Unk's stuff in this part of the house. I'm in a different corridor. Oh yeah, absolutely, Josephine, 100%. Like, just because something's like a reference to Dante's Inferno doesn't mean that they haven't integrated it into the whole universe as a whole of the city, right? Yes, I am aware. I'm not here looking for his creations, which are easily mistaken for mass-produced garbage. I could feel her intense gaze, even though her face was obscured by the mask. There was no doubt that her eyes were bearing down on Ryoshu. Suddenly, I was reminded of what Rien said moments before he fled through the corridor. We let them observe us too freely. What What is that? Balbus got to confirm a lot of important intel, including the fact that the House of Spiders has fallen, and that Ryoshu currently has possession of the Aria Shiki. They want Ryoshu for themselves, whether she's completed or not. Ryoshu as she is now. Isn't that intriguing? For once. My name is Rufo. Yep, as we thought, a docent. Yoshihide, the blade coveted by the Five Fingers, Master Callisto's final and posthumous masterpiece. Yeah, Rufo's design is pretty fucking awesome, I have to say. As a docent of Taoism, please allow me the honor of escorting you to our gallery. I want to see the point in hanging out with people, those anesthetic AM. As expected, Ryoshu declined Rufo's request with a curt reply. And S.A.N.G.R.I.A too rattled angrily at the docent's general direction. I'm afraid my only remaining option is to rely on our usual method of ushering. How are our odds? I don't know. He's probably tougher than me at my maxed out stats. Kira recognizing that she has currently been debuffed. Really? The shape of her ring suggests that she is a docent in the school of Taoism. Her position is comparable to that of a capo of the thumb or a big sibling of the middle. I was about to say, like, she's probably like around that tier, right? Verily, that maketh her a foe who may surpass even Ricardo's might, or, with a stroke of ill fortune, even Lei Hung. She's anywhere near as strong as Lei Hung. Calling out Lei Hung's difficulties that the players had with him. Our chances are HOHOM. Hey, Isam, how you going? Half or more? I like those odds. Half or more. Dude, really? Outmoded has been. Yeah, let's sit up straight, shall we? Why seek out the art of a has-been after all this time? It was a decision met with much confusion from the outset. What are we playing today and or night? We are playing Limbus Company. We are currently going to be fighting the boss of the chapter, Rufo over here. And we will see if she kicks our ass, or we'll see if we kick hers. Who can trust such a momentous project in the hands of one such as Callisto? Well, everyone agrees that it is no less foolish than casting a pearl before swine. And they were quite on point with that assessment. His oeuvre recovered from the house were more like tools than art, sort that the likes of workshop meisters might assemble. Oh man, this chat's turned into smash or do not smash, it seems. Not sure if you are familiar with the Ring, or how familiar you are with the universe or anything. But to summarize her character, she is essentially an insane artist sort of person. She takes the bodies of animals and carves them up into huge sort of taxidermied pieces with ribs and organs on display and such like that, and probably wouldn't hesitate to carve up a person for her art as well, although that particular solely using the person is apparently considered low tier artwork. I will say the rest of chat seems to be down for her though, so. No self-respecting maestro create such mundanities and call them art. Yeah. I must ask for your forgiveness for presuming that you would be no different from the rest of his work. But what I observed about this room completely changed my perspective. Women are absolutely allowed to have hobbies. That is true. Probably a smart choice. I know, other people in chat may disagree. They are absolutely into the absolute freaks out there, and I'm not going to judge them for that. To each their own. But you know what? It's fine if you don't want to engage in relations with an artist who may decide to use your rib cage as a mantelpiece. Orchard corridor, clarity with which you scar the walls and the floor, though a frenzied beast torn through them. There's but one tool that could possibly have left such marks behind. At least you've got a passable eye for art. Yoshihide, let me ask you, have you ever considered pursuing art of a further elevated beauty? Oh, Rufo's asking her to join the ring, huh? It will be an experience that departs from the dilapidated remnant that dubs itself corporism. A movement so constrained by its obsession of the human corpus that, once it had deleted all meaning it had to offer, it began piling on empty definitions onto itself. Fauvism is a movement that's broken from the traditional mold. Unfettered like a beast that roams free, we dare ourselves to ask questions that challenge the mind. What is man? What are things? What does it mean to trace the origin? How do we define that which we call le forme, or the wild beast? These are the subject matters that have led us valves into the field of fertile creativity. Should you, a wielder of that relic, enter the fold of our movement, but layer your work with such an unrelenting spectrum of colors, it will be destined to leave an unforgettable impression in the annals of history. In other words, what we can offer you will be of much greater worth than what you may have learned from a teacher like Callisto. Never considered him my teacher, not a real one, anyway. Finding beauty among the carnage of blood and flesh. Something I learned on my own. And yes, I know enough about your movement. Maybe I considered some of the works created by your school acceptable, at least among the Ring's art. Or not. I can't remember. Will you? But I don't know. I don't know what makes your art more elevated than the one I pursue. The one you pursue? Didn't the site you claim to have seen clue you in? Oh, it did. I do understand. Your art may appear to be no more than unchecked chaos at a glance, but upon closer observation, it reveals a fierce, dominant force that threads the entire scene together with its keenness as a connecting suture. Blade work, too, shows such multi-layers. Mere keenness often entails mundanity. Transcended such a limit by scorching the tail end of each slash. Truly unique. I believe I've sufficiently understood the full extent of the artistic merit imbued in that scene. You didn't. Lesser painters like you are such mediocrities that they fail to recognize the beauty that lies in the grotesque. Too little beyond painting the hell reflected in their eyes, and call that shallowness hell's beauty. Sorrow condensed into a cry held in an instant, wrath unbound from the yoke of reason, the fading gleam of despair in the hewn. You give no thought to what each of those emotions signifies, instead obsessing over the cursory qualities of what is beheld. Let me teach you otherwise. Ship. Because I won't afford you another long-winded lesson. Ryoshu readied her scabbard. Pointillists, pragmatists, Lao writers, cubists. How many different schools are there? I'll have to double check to see how many of these ones are real schools and which ones aren't. I recognize pointillism and cubism. I'm not sure about the other ones, so I'll have to go and look that up at some point. I've visited my share of the Ring's galleries, heard their commentaries. None of them to my liking. Art is an overcomplicated pile of definitions buried under symbols, caked in patchworks of empty shells. You and your art talk too damn much. Fauvism is real, corporism isn't. Yeah, I did look up corporism previously, so I know corporism isn't a real one. I wasn't sure about Fauvism, however. Just like Callisto's, trying to take from other movements, forcing meaning where there was none. Excess is easy. Anyone can do it. I wonder if Ryoshu considered herself a minimalist then. Because we were talking about minimalism before, and if there were any Ring minimalists. What's beyond most? Making it succinct. The art of abbreviation. Yeah, so yeah, she could very well be a minimalist. If all is one by one abbreviated away, nothing remains in its absence. I mean, I do not like reading abridged literature. I hate abridged books. So like, I definitely agree with Rufo there. But there's certainly a place for minimalism in art as well, right? Making the void left behind be bereft of meaning. Yeah, I suppose void is also like a symbol of Ryoshu too, right? And Ryoshu's also like her literature is Japanese, and I suppose like another famous piece of literature is The Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi, which is like the fifth ring being void or something along those lines. So there's also that going on there, I guess. No. The void is what remains. It holds things that can't be found anywhere else. Is this a minimalist manifesto? There we go. Probably shouted out there. No. My aesthetics go beyond the pursuit of simplicity. Ooh, not just minimalism, huh? I pursue the natural germination of artistic immaculacy, a state of perfection wherein further abbreviation is an impossibility. Is her final art piece going to be a blank white square? S.A.N.G.R.I.A. There we go. Her original ego. A bit abstract, isn't it? Too removed. Plain. The distinct lack of any meaningful, striking qualities. At least not as a formal art movement. There are definitely some real artworks that share similarities, even if they obviously aren't actually made from people. The thing that immediately comes to mind is the Dreams dioramas by Mark Powell. Oh, I have to look that up. Give me a moment. SCP-610. I don't recall 610 off the top of my head. I'll have to check that out at some point. Let me just look those up. The Flesh That Hates. Oh, I haven't actually seen that one. Alright. Ooh, yeah, that's yeah, this stuff is grotesque. Alright. This is some Cronenberg shit. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, so I was looking at some of the dream dioramas there. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, warning to people who are looking that up. You are looking at some warp train monstrosities there. No wonder she loves the warp train. What exactly is it? Elevates your art at a opposite. Intense. Where the stubborn thought that their words can't convince. Indeed, there is no discipline more subjective than that of art. Discourse concerning its nature may extend for days on end. It will not change the fact that unseen arts are meaningless, pretentious illusions at the end of the day. Good night, Kura. Hope you sleep well. Guess we're gonna turn Rufo into a piece of art. Honestly, she'll probably be happy with it. Like, if there's something I've learned about the Ring, is that they're happy to be killed as long as it is in an artistic manner. I'll have to carve it right into your eyes. These two, though I'm afraid it may be overshadowed by the sheer vibrancy of my aesthetics. I, a docent of Nephavism, shall personally welcome you to my critique session. Alright, here we go.
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하나 봐.
Alright, so let's check you out, Rufo. Got a lot of protection now. I wonder if that's being caused by the ring members there. Okay, so let's check things out. So expression of primary colors, like bleed and sinking. Yeah, basically, yeah, they're the same. We know have an idea of how she works at least. Well, 66, gotcha. All right. So, yeah, all right. So as I thought, 2 protection for every allied Faust student of the ring. This unit used critique in this encounter. Being 2 protection and heal 5 SP instead. Starting from the next turn. Yeah, lower than -15, double. No allied Faustists, gain 2 fragile, and reduce down to 0. Okay. Immediately before getting hit by a skill that has 1 attack weight, if there is an allied student of the ring, have the said unit take the attack instead. 2 times per turn, excluding assist unit. Okay, so her characters have got a body block for her, which is fine. Helps us kill them faster. Yeah, turn end of the turn. This unit used critique. If an allied Faust student of the ring was defeated in this encounter, refill its vacancy with the same student unit. Okay, so these are going to respawn when she uses critique. The student that refilled the vacancy due to this effect. Okay, they are debuffed, however, in terms of durability and ability to win clashes. So, inflict 1 pellet vibrante. Next turn to sinners that have 1 of... I have all of those at the same time. Okay. Yeah, inflicts more based on more. Intrinsic in the outward appearance of each animal is a distinct purpose. And we at Les Farbs are the ones who awaken and express the ferocity of those that we call wild beasts among them. Mentorship. So, yeah, apply offense and defense to allied Faustists, equal to the number of turns the unit has survived. Gotcha. And, if an allied student is staggered, recover them. However, damage to them is still going to be fatal. Okay, so they won't be defenseless, but we'll still be doing full damage to them. Understood. And students heal their SP if they're panicking. Fixed panic type. Reset to 20. 70% gain a new pattern. First turn start of new pattern, gain Lephovism, Masque de Loup, and heal up to 45 SP. Alright, so that's when she puts her wolf face on, I'm guessing, similar to Rogia does. Yep, so increases more of that. So, one might ask, what even distinguishes Les Farbs from factions such as S.A.N.G.R.I.A, R-Corp packs, and more that incorporate beasts into their identities? A reasonable query, of that there is no doubt. To that, I'd say we are distinguished by the transcendence of beastliness into artistic costumery, while the S.A.N.G.R.I.A have mindlessly jammed it into their anatomies, disregarding their aesthetic qualities. Alright. And unique sanity type deals extra damage for every type of negative effect on the target, and also becomes fragile. Understood. Alright. Let's proceed, shall we? let's do that. Oh yeah, we've got Kira here, so she's got to deal with you. Let's do that. Over here. With that. Right here. There. And you want red. Let's do that. And there. Oh, sorry, I meant to do that. It's fine.
당신 짝패군요.
Roll better. God damn it.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Guys are rolling like chumps. Oh, there's the outbreak. Someone can win a clash.
결정. 해본. 좋아, 지령에게
자,
불확실한
싸울
것은 없네.
준비는 끝났을까?
We're in our ad break right now, so we're going to pause for a moment, and we will resume in a couple of minutes, okay? Be right back.
ーだったらどう判断したんだろう。
Alright, and we're back. And I am not happy with my team right now. They all screwed up with refusing to roll heads, and the fucking enemies like doing well on sanity now because of it. So you guys need to up your game, alright? So let's resume. We'll let Kira go over there. Hopefully you can do something. Because you also failed your damn clash. Alright. Let's have you go there. Over here. Have you go up against that. You go there. What do you want? Red again. Okay, go with that. Over here. Not doing so hot. Because you failed. 13, I guess. Okay.
자꾸 보면 다른다.
I want to do that. I'll go with that. It'll like boost these other things here. Give us some chances to do better this round. All right, let's just do our best here.
랜덤이 떠올랐다. 아이씨, 짜증나게.
At least this is working all right.
대응 완료. 제압 효과가 굉장히 좋았어. 기록적인 피해량인 것 같아.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was good. Oh, damn it! Yes, damn it! Ah. Come on, Kira. There we go. All right. Yeah, at least we're winning some clashes this time.
대박! 무지였는데? 미래를 과거와 같이.
왜냐면 예수
코스면 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
Now we a taste of that which you call aesthetics. Oh shit. Using critique now, huh? Alright, so these guys are all on counter. Alright. Target fixed. Gotcha. I see now. Do that. That. Red again? with that, I think. To get something going on. What's your deal here?
용건만 간다니.
That's it was. That's actually fine for a boss fight. What are you doing here? Alright, well, I appreciate it. I'll just do our best here. Maybe she'll lose a bit of sanity if we can win some of these clashes.
사고될 시간이다. 잔우에.
아이, 짜증나게. 운명적인 죽음. 敵に対して大きな打撃を与えました。
Back almost all of her sanity. Lucky with that paralyzed though. That really came in handy, thanks, Kira.
믿지 않았다. 나는 분명 가위를 내겠다고 했을 텐데.
징계팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄 알았는데 멀쩡한 장비가 남아 있었나 봐.
Okay. Yep, so you're a little bit weaker because of the whole respawn thing that's going on there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, hold on. I should have read this a bit more. That's my fault. Target has equipped defense skills while having Palette Vibrante. Improved clash power but deals very little damage. Understood. Alright. Okay, that's good to know. If we happen to have the big combo debuff on us, we can just defend our way out of it. Okay. Anyway. So let's resume this fight. You're not getting to clash, you're just doing a one-sided, eh? Alright. Fair enough. Do that. Really? There we are. Alright. I want that. I could go for this, actually. To help get sanity up for some of my lower sanity characters. Well, I could use this. Would be good later in the fight, I think. Okay. Do that for now. just to get a little bit of sanity down on characters. Next up, that. That. And that. Just gotta do our best, I think. Move.
예측할 수 없게.
I mean, if you're gonna roll like that. Hey Zayla, how you going? It's got a fair few voices.
주인께서 명하셨습니다. 당신 청소하라고.
운명의 기운이 증명하는 것 같아. 그 공격을 선택한 건 좋았던 것 같네.
펜.
좋아. 이걸로 감상을.
더 싸울 수 없으면 걸리적거리지 말고 비켜. 거기서 계속 서 있으면
Alright.
처분.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay. It's not clashing again, damn it. Alright. Do that. That. Leave that one to go.
기다려 주시게. 마법의 삐삐님이 전해주는 지령의 해석이 조금.
With that, please.
회복 탄환을 쏠 거라면
Actually,
미리 말해.
no.
저번처럼
that.
말 없이 쏘면 또 검집으로 쳐내버릴 테니.
Alright. Just do your best, everyone, please.
당신 짝패군요.
한잔 네. 나쁘지 않아요. 아이씨, 짜증나게.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a lot more from my sinners in this fight. But the amount of tails that they've been rolling has been mediocre.
줄 알았는데.
Expecting to do okay this round.
이것 봐. 환상체를 제압하는
Maybe
건
some dead
우리는
students
충분하잖아.
will help with the sanity.
알리사가 감도를 93%까지 끌어올렸다고
Alright, yeah, here comes this again.
LCA나 LCD에게서 산출했던 비정상값과 다르게
Okay.
이건 쓸 수 있겠어. 양질의 데이터를 얻었군.
We need to use that. Now, how much of
기다려
you?
주시게. 마법의 삐삐님이 전해주는 지령의 해석이 조금
You have that on you, however. I do this to try and reduce the damage. Okay. You might have that on you as well. You do not. But they'll go with the defense in that case. That works. Over here. With that. There. Do that. I think I want to.
작품을 구원하는 중이니 용건만 간단히.
I'll try and defend. This isn't going to go well for us regardless. So we'll do that. And let's go Sun Shower. This will give us some of that sanity that we need. At least a little bit anyway.
일리 있는 의견이다. 그걸로 하자. 태어난 곳으로 돌아와라.
그라제 이것은 그 짝에 가자.
아이, 짜증나게.
별로 어려울 것.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가라.
Okay, there goes the student.
주목과 피, 코코.
Okay, so we get a little bit of healing out of this, which is good considering I saw that Ishmael is staggered. She only avoided getting staggered because she won that flash. But it does depend on who was hurt the most, I guess.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램! 아프잖아.
이 스며들 듯한 피 우산이 세진하기만 있겠소.
Good evasion. And everyone's respawned, but they're all debuffed, thankfully. Okay. Thankfully, you've got a clash going on, so I don't have to worry so much about the fact that you've been staggered over there. Okay. We want to try and get some more heals out. Now, we could try for that. That also requires green. Do you use green? You don't use green, so... Okay. Let's go with this to get, to keep our heals going, shall we? Okay. That. there. There. Sorry. Have it. Yellow? Do that. That leaves these two here, eh? Go like that. Looks good to me. Let's do one neutral there, but we'll live with it.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로. 자, 테디, 나를 따라해 보는 거야. 짜잔.
방심했고
We go, student down.
방금 멋졌어.
Damn
너희들의
it.
사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 아이씨, 짜증나게. 이러면 승리도 시간 문제겠지?
Disappointing.
밑그림은 완성. 빠르게 치라도.
Oh,
바이올렛.
you about to go into your next phase?
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나.
Okay, not just yet, but likely soon.
일자를 다 쓸어버렸던 놈이 있었지.
Oh, right. That. Yellow. All right. Looks good to me. Onwards.
일리 있는 의견이다. 그걸로 하지. 살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가라.
저 교체는 오래 버티진 못하겠군요. 빨래자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
내르다 정렬.
매뉴얼을
내가
만들어두길
공격해 내자.
잘해. 그렇게만 해.
특별히 보여줄게.
Both transform it at the same time, I see. Oh, there goes the music.
다 팍하고 터진 것이 제법 보는 맛이 있단게. 나머지도 싸게 터뜨려야 쓰겠지.
Right. Oh, that's some intense music. Okay. Convert to unbreakable. Yeah, I think your passives have changed or been updated as well. So, in the turn, this unit uses a powerful attack. Okay. Less damage from unopposed, deal extra damage with. Plot targeted by this unit's unopposed attack has aggro. Reduce the increased damage by 5% per aggro. Flash blues gain 1 damage up. Turn end. Or attack for skill expires. Combat end, inflict Calet Vibrante. Next turn to Sinners. Yeah, okay. Alright. So Yeah, okay. By the way, I do want to be activating Tidal Elegy here. Ugh. I don't like this. Try that. I don't like this. Let me double check. Okay. Before I do anything there, hold up. Yeah, you're not clashing. Okay. Do that. Hold up there. Over here. Also, not clashing. The reason you're at like 0? Yeah, like paralyzed or something? Whole lot of sinking on you. Alright. Who's being targeted by all of this? Mostly us. Okay. Grab the stuff that we're likely to win against, where possible. Okay, and here. That leaves a couple left. One there, one there. I don't really want you to clash.
미리 말해라. 저번처럼 말 없이 쏘면 또 검집으로 쳐내버릴 테니.
Might allow that one to go through on Kira. That way we've just got that one going through here.
삐삐님이 전해주는 지령의 해석이 조금.
Yeah, this looks good to me. At least it's as good as we can do with what we've got. So we'll do that and proceed.
하고들 시간이다. 잔.왜
가져갈래요.
Guess we're making future rolls a little bit better for us.
믿지 않았다. 나는 분명 가위를 내겠다고 했을 텐데.
But a few unopposed attacks, unfortunately. That sucks for you.
저대로 두면 아르크라들에게 당할 거야.
Okay.
동료라면
Alright, so Kira's got a clash going on there. That's good. do that again. Always lovely needing to do that. Alright.
작품을 구원하는 중이니 용건만 간다니.
Thrill of inspiration. Okay. There. I'd go with that. That seems a better shot to me. That's not gonna do any good for us. Alright. With this.
영감이 떠올랐어요. 저의 뼈를 그려잡고 저의 살로 채워놔. 외면의 예술.
Not too shabby.
ダンテさんの作戦とても効果的でした。짜증나게.
한눈 팔지 마세요. 메나는 당신에게
Ishmael's going to have a little bit of an improvement on her clashes from now on. We'll take a little bit of a sanity hit for now with using an ego. Should hopefully improve things.
그래도 어디에 누구누구처럼 직원들을 사지로 내놓진 않아.
삼코.
Only a 3-hit Kozan, unfortunately. I'll double check to see how that works. What affects the amount of coins that you roll on it. Okay, got it below 1,000 health.
다른 부서에 있는 애고까지 가져오길 잘했지. 적재적소했으니까 이만큼 효율적인 건 없잖아. 모든
Or she's gonna do something big though. She's still got that other thing, right?
이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아.
관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 같네. 훌륭했어.
분명 가위를 내겠다고 했을 텐데.
임파스터.
모두가 말한 대로.
Alright, there we go.
대응은 확실히 전면전보다 피해는 적고. 하지만 이래서야
So
환상체에게
for the
지나치게
pulsing
친절한
crimson.
대응인가?
This is your big attack. Does not trigger defense skills, excluding clashable guard. Okay. Flash power if the target has pallet. Target has pallet, plus 1% against each target separately. Target has quick defense skills while having pallet vibrancy, minus 90%. Alright. Okay. That one hits all targets. Alright. No, not that, not that, not that. I think we're gonna have to ego clash this one. Alright. Let's see. Not that. Not that. That. Not that. Not that. Not that. Surprisingly, that. Go sun shower. All right. This can't lose. Sun shower it is. All right.
당신 짝패군요.
쓸데없는 관심 필요 없다.
아이씨, 짜증나게. 임파스터. 급이 안 맞는 싸움도 꽤 재밌다고 생각했는데. 이게 구경하는 입장에선 졸라 애매하네. 뭔가 만화책에 나오는 주인공 이름처럼 간지나는 대사라도 좀 쳐봐.
Bloom, eh? Alright. Just want to clash normally. Not in this instance. Alright. Go with that. Working okay there. With that. Okay. This should sort us.
일리 있는 의견이다. 그걸로 하지.
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식. 새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네.
아이씨,
제법
짜증나게.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라. 오, 제 행위. 그렇다면 산.
Okay. Doing pretty good. I just need one more turn to finish her off.
임파스터.
모두가 말한 대로 방어적인
에이.
대응은 확실히 전면적으로 피해죠.
Call.
하지만 이래서야 환상체에게도 지나치게 친절한 대응 아닌가?
Okay, probably don't want to just unopposed attack here and rush her down. That might not be enough. That's like a fair bit of burn on her. I'm guessing that's Kira doing that for us. I appreciate. Okay. Do that. I want to do a hex snail. Some healing down. Hopefully no one will die. Alright. So this should be our victory. Let's go.
사고될 시간이다. S.A.N.G.R.I.A.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
펜
And finish him.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가라.
이야, 거시기 해야지. 이런 것이? 보면 뭐가 있어야 하는지 딱 느낌이거든.
징계팀 직원이라면 당연한 판단이긴 해. 잘했다는
자,
칭찬은
오늘 할
생략하는
거
게
다 끝난 거
좋겠지?
맞지? 그럼 약속대로 이 만화책이랑
And as I said at the start, we ball.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목, 애를 전부 채웠군.
Yep, so Faint Aroma did the most damage, followed by Zhong, and sort of go down like that. And yeah, Yi-Sung over here not doing so much. He did sort of like fail a lot of his things there. If only our Kira Ishmael applied even a quarter of the status effects Kira normally does in the fight. Yeah. Oh, I was using Zhong instead of Kira. I should probably try using Kira Ishmael a bit more, but I do really like Zhong Ishmael. Like that's a lot of fun, sort of like with the extra attack there. Also, hey City, how you going? Okay. So, good memories. Let's go. See? You're already looking much better, with those superfluous animal parts removed. You're curious, doubting your own movement. I've already answered that. You'll need time under the Falvist's wing, at least until you can fully cultivate your movement. Perhaps. Suppose words have any meaning now. The docent raised her giant arm as though to strike us in her final act of defiance. Slammed down upon the door we entered through instead. All I can do is buy time for... Mid-sentence, docent suddenly went limp like a marionette whose strings were cut. Dead. Here I thought at least her last words were going to be succinct. Thus we are made foes with yet another ring. Another finger. A ring. Let's not doom and gloom already, fellas. We beat an officer of the fingers all on our own for the first time, didn't we? Aye. I see this as a pretty definite win. All on your own, huh? By canonically winning this fight without Morisitas or help, unlike Lei Han, we officially reach what amounts to ruin as star of the city. I mean, we did have help from Kira. Like, she just pointed that out there. Hey, Lily Cat, how you going? Gregor is a good boy. I only have 3 counters to go before finishing at 12. That's true. However, that also depends on whether after Inferno we go on to Purgatorio and Paradiso, right? Because technically Dante's Inferno was 3 books. Come on, bro! I'm fighting my ass off here! What was the level of the Thumb members we fought in Ruina when we in the middle of Star of the City? Were they capos? Here's probably the level of LCB with the contract at this point. The way it's going, whatever war is coming. Boris was a capo. Valentina and Carlo were Soto capos. Gotcha. Herr Gregor has a point. The outcome of this battle would not have changed by a significant margin, even if you had not been here, Kira. Okay, you're probably correct, Faust. I probably would have lost like 1 or 2 characters during that, but I think I still would have won the fight. This is more like it. Won't have to freak out over a mere BB anymore, as long as we're with the clock. Don't start congratulating yourselves for achieving the bare minimum. Those who celebrate over so small an occasion don't deserve to stand beside the executive manager. Well, I guess this isn't impressive at all to people who used to be much stronger, like Otis or Don Quixote. Now the city receptions included most of the Thumb office, including 3 capos and a Soto capo. Yeah, so, like, we're fighting 1. So, yeah, City's got a point. Whereas in Ruina, you're fighting several at once. Along with the rest of them at the same time, right? Prithee, speak not such folly, for the joy of my compatriots is mine own. Have you any inkling as to why she might have, in her final moments, elected to demolish the door? Project Moon power scaling. Right? It's not like we have a shortage of doors in here. We really debating the logical thought process of someone who was 2 seconds away from dropping dead? Let's get out of here so that we can bring everyone else up to date. Didn't I just leave this room? Ishmael walked out through the door we'd entered through and appeared from behind us. She's broken the maze in some way. Sinners are way stronger now. Power scaling sucks, but because they think they're around it. Yeah, like they did get like explicitly like stated to be sort of like around that level in the checkup, but obviously they have improved since then. And obviously some of them like were stronger, like Otis and Don Quixote. both of them, they're probably both stars of the city on their own, perhaps? I don't know the difference between, like, Don Quixote and Otis, but we're gonna have to wait till Otis is Canto to find that out. But given the level of like the blood fiends anyway, and like Sancho, yeah, that's probably Star of the City. Oh shit! Where'd the exit go? Don't tell me the exit changes every time someone walks through it. No, can't be that easy. I am barred from enjoying the fresh air of the world outside. No longer free to travel the mountains and cliffs as my feet would carry me, as the other members of the Pinky are. Yeah, I like that as well, Lily. I always liked Kira, and I'm glad that she survived and that she got to join us for this section here, and I hope that she joins Limbus Company properly, instead of like just being like a prisoner. I wish to no avail that I should be allowed to weave the delineations of wings and back streets. Well, where go? Like, given that next Kanto is going to be Merceau, I wouldn't be surprised if it is going to be N-Corp focused, given Merceau used to work for N-Corp. So we'll have to see, at least. Probably start the city on her own without the contract. Yoshi probably. Yeah, I mean, Yoshi's got the frickin' like erasing sword, right? The Intervallo. Yeah, we'll probably find out more at the end. Like, often they do reveal things going into the next Kanto. That's true, Lily Cat. Okay. So I'm getting distracted by chat. I appreciate it. I 100% appreciate it. But yeah. I freaking called Otis, like, being involved with Diaz and Ujat, like, before the game came out, though. Like, I have chat logs of myself in Discord saying stuff along those lines. Yeah. No worries. I'm also excited as well. Don't get me wrong. So, this is what she meant. The back door through which we traversed is a passage to the corridor of the one called the Index Nurse Father. Cross the broken door we might, however. It avails us a brief jaunt to the Pinky Nurse Father's azure corridor before it returns us to this room. It's now locked in a loop without a starting point. Won't matter what door we open. Is there anything we can do? A rescue team will arrive in time. As this location adheres to the regular flow of time, unlike the warp trains, it will be approximately between a week or two from the present before we can return. Lovely. That's pretty long. Well, the first problem we're going to have to deal with is food. As far as I'm aware, we should be good to go for at least 3 days. Thanks, Roger. So, let's... I didn't bring any snacks. I do enjoy, like, the idea that Roger, like, normally carries around enough food to feed the sinners for 3 days. It's not like we were about to walk into one of the L-Corp branches of a dungeon, so... Makes sense. Looks like we're going to have to give this room a thorough search, then. No need. If there's no exit, we cut open our own. What about the part where it cuts into your memories too? You do with that yet? No. The sword, it still cleaves my memories with every slash. And to drop Rien's lore of how he was before all the impersonation. Yeah, we still got some good stuff. Don't know what memory it'll slice away this time, but it'll be something recent, or one I hold dear. Oh, wait! Don't be so bloody rash about it! Other than me, no one but Heathcliff still remembers the person he holds in his loving depth of his heart. Yeah, Heathcliff would be the one to really care about this sort of thing. Right, so I've got to pause here, unfortunately, due to an ad break, but we'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay? Be right back. All right, let's resume, shall we? Probably the second Intervallo has something. Well, we'll see. Like, at the end of the day, you don't necessarily have to wrap up, like, everything neatly, right? And, like, I don't necessarily think there's, like, too much more to Rien. Like, I would be fine if, like, his side was essentially done, except for maybe following up on Hermes or something, which is more sort of index-related rather than Rien specifically. Anyway. Ever since the day of the Sepia Tempest, memory took on a special, precious meaning to Heathcliff. Heathcliff suddenly reached out and grabbed Ryoshu's arm. Though Ryoshu and Heathcliff's circumstances were undoubtedly different from each other, it was clear that Ryoshu's reckless attitude towards sacrificing her own memories triggered a sort of anxiety in Heathcliff. I feel like that's going to be likely. I also feel like Otis's chapter is going to be also Limbus Company focused as well, due to the fact that she's got a history with the Diaz and the Udjet. And probably I-Corp, I imagine. So we'll see what goes on there. What? I wonder if there's like a new ship like opening up in fans with Heathcliff and Ryoshu at all. Because I know a lot of people like ship Heathcliff and Ishmael. Like I personally don't. Yeah, I see that it's cute, but like Heathcliff, like at least in my mind, is very dedicated towards Kathy, so it doesn't so much work for me, I guess. But yeah, fans will be fans. Didn't you hear? Them nerds will be here in a week or two to get us out. Why don't we just keep that sword nicely in its scabbard and wait it out? Yeah. Ryoshu and Heathcliff have the memory stuff to bond them, which is why I, essentially sort of see, there being that ship, gaining in popularity, essentially. The radio doesn't work. What if we went up to the rooftop and entered one of those doors up there? There are thousands of them. Not a question. By doing so, we will be putting ourselves at a greater risk of casting ourselves into the endless maze that is the corridor. Yeah, pretty much, Josephine. Again, I'm fine with people wanting to ship characters. That's something that's fun to do. But, yeah. At least the way the story is, I don't see the chemistry in a romantic sense. It is purely, Heathcliff and Catherine. Ishmael hasn't, shown any sort of attraction to Heathcliff herself. They're just opposites who bicker. Which is fun. I like their interactions. It's great, but not something I ship. Okay, but where did meet if that brick wall of a maestro wanders right into this room? Wolf Lady's last words, man. I'm seeing the flags. It's a hella risky move, yeah, but I think Yoshihide and her OP sword is our best bet. Right. But what if we got lucky and they find us in a day or two? Quit freaking out, HC. Will only be forgotten, not lost. Well, good memories tend to last very long. It's been a fun excursion, Clock. I looked towards the scabbard, expecting it to rattle violently as it did earlier. It remains still. The white blade soon reveals itself across the wall where the door used to be. And, naturally, as the Ariashiki's blade cleaves through the wall, so does it Yoshu's memories. Ah, you were really getting somewhere. The thin strands of Araya's image, which had just begun to coalesce, slowly unraveled, fell apart once again. Even still, Araya released the blade without hesitation. But it's okay. We'll try again. So, conveying no resentment, no hatred, but a few words of consolation. Don't feel too bad as her voice faded into the gentle dark of Ryoshi's memories. Oh, that's sad. Alright, so, final chapter, I believe. The next destination. Here we go. Let's find out what we're doing, shall we? Welcome back. Question. What exactly was the point of verifying every backdoor within the House of Spiders? Oh, Hohenheim didn't fill you in? Any information regarding these doors holds an enormous value for us. Not to mention the higher-ups requesting us to reorganize the House of Spiders into a base of operations as soon as possible, even if we had to rush our work a little. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to be happening. Use the House of Spiders as a base of operations because this is a nexus point, a junction, where you're able to move on to a whole bunch of different areas. Did mention Roland being from I-Corp's backstreets last time, so I only just made the connection between Rien copying Roland for unknown reasons and Otis possibly having connections to both I-Corp and Index. Yeah, well, yeah, Ithaca, Index, Greek, a whole bunch of stuff going on there. Although Roland is, I suppose, more Germanic, I guess, because French? What? Charlemagne! Holy Roman Empire. Only speculating here, but I'm quite convinced that they're preparing for a conflict of sorts. These little pockets of absolute safety are extremely valuable during these operations, as you already know. Wait, stop right there. What? What conflict? What operation? Are you saying that your bosses are preparing for a war or something? I just feel like there isn't enough alarm in his voice considering what he's saying. Preparing for what? Not even trying to hide it anymore, huh? Did I say something wrong? Must you ask to know? I thought everyone already knew. I mean, it's an open secret at this point. L-Corp has already fallen. W-Corp is teetering on the brink of collapse. You call us the aspirant W-Corp. We call Limbus Company the aspirant L-Corp, meaning we have a shared goal. But unlike the dead and gone L-Corp, the current W-Corp is still kicking, despite its rapid decline in recent years. I'm guessing we're going to be going on the attack here and waging war against W-Corp. I feel like a lot of people are going to be happy about that, considering the trauma of the warp trains. By the way, since they're speaking about the next war, certain S.A.N.G.R.I.A has bonus against prosthetics and mechanicals. Wonder if we'll end up working with N-Corp in the coming Wing War. We'll have to see what happens, at least. But future S.A.N.G.R.I.A could be further on in the future. We don't know how far ahead that S.A.N.G.R.I.A is. And as we all know, companies in the city aren't worth much unless they've got the military force to back them. Right. Let's remind me as well, we still have Abno fights, floor realizations, and endgame and ruin. Might pick that back up after stream. I've still got like 2 fights in Ruiner that I have to do. I do get what you're saying as well, Cinny, about being sad about W-Corp dying, because it is quite interesting. Although, I suppose, like, what else is there to be done with W-Corp? At least speaking from a Doyleist perspective. Like, their story's pretty much sort of done, I guess. I am curious about Wayfarer Corp. Wayfarer Company, sorry, and seeing like how their portals work and how they're going to be better than the trains. And you did mention that there are downsides. That sounds like the downsides are in the like preparation of these portals. So I wonder if there's like downsides in the use of them. Only use HOD for 90% of the game? Oh, wow, alright. Yeah, when I was playing Ruiner, I basically sort of like focused on, like, as soon as I unlocked like an abnormality fight or a realization, I would just do that. Like, that's how I sort of did it. And yeah, these are quite similar to the bus backdoors, absolutely. Yes, definitely meta, 100%. It's only natural that a business conflict would lead to a physical one as well. This is just a mere team leader speaking, though. Who knows what the higher-ups in our companies are thinking? Either way, much fruitful collaboration was had today. This will reflect pretty well in our performance metrics, and we didn't even suffer that many losses. I can safely say that you should expect a positive review from us regarding this collaboration. After saying our farewells to Alan, he returned to the forward base. It shared with Hohenheim everything that's happened so far. Can't wait for the upcoming Heathcliff. Ricardo Heathcliff! Luscious Heathcliff! Definitely looking forward to that, Swoggy. Also, hi! Stacking power got you through most of the game with basically no issues. Yeah, that's the name of the game in Ruiner, certainly. Only fights you really struggled with HOD Realization and Dragon Lady. I know I struggled with Gebura Realization. Like, that's the one that sort of got me a bit. Yeah, that was the main one for me, I guess. Heathcliff, if he actually finally used those hair coupons. Hohenheim and Faust did not seem willing to discuss the subject of the looming conflict. Yeah, I do understand that, Swoggy. I personally didn't really enjoy the gauntlet. Like, that was rough, and like some of the later fights with how long they take and the fact that you can't save during those fights means that you sort of worry about, like, well, fuck, I've wasted like an hour and a half doing this, and I failed right at the end because I fucked up. But yeah, that's not something that feels good, I have to say. I loved the Tifareth realization. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the game, to be honest. Like, that part was incredible in my mind. At least for me, like, end of Star of the City, like, after I quit streaming the game, gave the game a break for a few years, and then came back to it. I basically used a guide in terms of deck building. But, yeah, obviously, like, played the game normally aside from that. And also installing the no-grind mod at last. No grind is kind of essential. I don't like grinding. So, we instead decided to have Ryoshu's memory and sword re-examined. Oi! Hohenheim! Results out yet? Not yet, Assistant. I clearly remember telling you 3 minutes ago that it would take about 20 more minutes. Have you forgotten already? He talks too much. Yoshi sounded irritated as she scolded Heathcliff. I could sense a definite undercurrent of anxiety from the way she kept puffing her cigarettes to a stub at increasingly shorter intervals. Yeah, fair enough. Enjoy the game in your own way. If that involves watching a Let's Play instead, then by all means go for it. Need to farm stuff so you have all the floors set up. Memory serves you can reuse pages after you clear a section. Okay, so in terms of that final gauntlet, essentially, like the layers count. Whenever you finish a layer is when you're able to unlock the cards and use them again. Yeah. So the first part is going to be the hardest because that requires 20 cards. Sorry, 20 different identities and decks set up with no crossover. This room might be more smoke than oxygen at this point, Glaven. Mind slowing down a tad? You've practically been fumigating the room with cigarette smoke. Then speed up, glasses. I'm gonna bounce as soon as I hear the results. Both of you need to learn to respect that things take time. Yes, time is indeed relative, but the fact that I have managed to complete an in-depth analysis of an item of such mystery in a single day is an incredibly fast turnaround, and therefore deserves your appreciation. I have been attempting to rein in the more self-indulgent parts of myself as of late, but I believe this achievement deserves to be elaborated upon. It is an evident truth that such a result could not have been replicated had it not been for my genius brain, Glaven. Go out to the hallways and grab any passing researcher and tell them about my incredible turnaround time, and you will hear them say, "Whoa, done already?" And to that, I will answer, STFU. Evidently tired of the two sinners' alternating turns hounding him for results, Poe and I seemed to speed up the analysis, and managed to hit the finish line much earlier than 20 minutes. Whoa, done already? Yes, there are times when test results are extracted earlier than the predicted time frame. Many of those instances are easily attributable to my genius at work. Why aren't you saying anything? Give me the TR now. You did tell me to shut the fuck up. So, I am attempting to observe the exact merits of doing precisely that. Malicious compliance, Ryoshu. You think Yoshihide would ever use known acronyms straight? What if it's something like, sheesh, that's a full day. Unwind after work, though? And your verdict on her interpretation? That is exactly what I meant. She's better than MTL in some ways. I mean, any real translator is better than MTL, let's be honest. How she lies as she breathes. At that moment, I might have caught a glimpse of the scabbard rattling slightly atop the examination device. It was as though it were giggling. Very well, then I'll get right to it. First, the memory of the time she was complimented for her cooking has been erased. That's it? Hardly. Second, a name has been erased from her memory. Do you recall the name of the man who works with Manager Soud? Effie? I would have asked in the past tense had it been him whom I was referring to. Pilot, then. Glad Miss Soud wasn't here for that. That kid. Right. I'll remember his name. He forgot Pilot's name? Among other miscellaneously deleted memories are 172 hours of Don Quixote's tales of adventures and the types of food she fed to a seagull. It's alright, Don Quixote can fill those in for you. Fie upon it! Dost thou say that the memories most precious to young Ryoshu and me have been thrown into utter destruction? Look, Don Key, I'm not trying to be mean here, but it seems pretty acceptable, doesn't it? For the price of unsheathing a sword like that. It just means you can tell her the stories again, right? If we're going by sheer volume, I wouldn't quite say its mileage is acceptable. It erased several days' worth of memories just for a single swing, didn't it? Don Quixote, your job is now to give Kyoshi memories. Why? I mean, yeah, but they kind of sound like inconsequential memories, don't they? I reckon Heath forgets stuff all the time. If it's any different. The seemingly inconsequential nature of these particular memories weren't achieved by sheer luck. In fact, it seems to have been impacted by the scabbard of the Aria Shiki, or to be more precise, the power of Araya's ego. That so? Yoshi looked down at the scabbard with an uncertain, hollow look in her eyes. All that remains of Araya in Ryoshu's recollection is a blank space where the fragments of her existence used to be, severed and removed again. While it takes a rather significant amount of time, the scabbard seems to be, capable of selecting which of Senna Ryoshi's memories are to be erased as a cost of using Aria Shiki. Sounds like I should be grateful then. But Ryoshi regards the scabbard with a conflicted look, as though to approximate the outlines of the void she left behind. Oh, so it's got like a cooldown timer? She can use it whenever as long as she gives it time to select the trivial memories? I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss them as trivial. The memory of the time when you were complimented for your cooking. It was quite a precious memory, wasn't it? You've performed an inverse calculation of the relic's cost. Yes, according to our measurements, the sword seems to factor in the weight of each memory when calculating the cost of wielding it. It's become rather clear that it takes more than light memories to properly wield it. So, have her memories been restored? As presumed, attempts to recall the erased being's existence have resulted in failure. That is quite discouraging. But not all is lost. Simply by knowing that something used to be in that negative space, many things can still be reminisced upon. Like Ryoshi said, forgotten, but not lost. Pluck. You've just stepped foot into the world of S.A.N.G.R.I.A. That's true. The whole negative space, void dealio. We're now artists. She flashes the briefest of smiles and scatters it away with a plume of cigarette smoke. Collecting the GB will restore it. Oh, alright. What used to be here, in the pockets of void in my heart? My one and only. Ryoshu's gaze traced the invisible, the unperceivable. A few more days passed us by. We didn't spend those days idling. We visited Sound and Pilot in recovery, did a few odd jobs here and there, like helping suppress a distortion containment breach caused by a new LCE hire. God damn it. God damn it, Bong Bong. But with all the loose threads tied up, we managed to finally, after so long, kind of feels like we're home again. We're back on the bus! Return to the bus. Ah, bus, sweet bus. The chair could use a little more cushioning. There isn't anything like it out there. Damn, this is your ride? Hella badass. Faust is happy about compliments to Mephistopheles. And so is Charon. Between the two individuals who were looking rather pleased at Kira's astonishment, Hohenheim squeezed through to warn us about some things to watch out for. Yeah, finally! I asked Team Leader Alan to set the coordinates somewhere as close as possible to the nest. Now keep driving through the door and it will bring you right to an empty spot on the highway. Don't hesitate or hit the brakes, because if by any chance there is a car driving behind you, it will crash into the bus. Nods. So, what are you two doing here on the bus? Decided to join the better team, did ya? I must admit to a certain degree of interest in hearing of your exploits, but to accompany you through them is an entirely different matter, isn't it? I'm only here to adjust your coordinates. Speaking of which, how did you manage to escape your confinement? I told them I had some stuff to help you with, and they let me out after making me scribble over some docs. Solitary confinement's hella boring, so I thought I might get some air. I'll say goodbye to while I'm out and about, right? I see. You exploited the fact that the new hires don't have any grudges against you. I thought I'd told them to impress upon the new hires that prisoners are to be treated as exceptions to the... right. The person in charge of that training is currently checking into the long-term recovery ward. More problems stemming from the shortage of manpower. I'd best include this in the report. Sounds like they're both here to see us go. Well then, time for a valediction, I suppose. Perhaps I've grown far too used to seeing your faces. Saying goodbye doesn't come out as easily as I expected it to. Another day of reunion must await in the future. Next destination, H-Corp. What happens when we leave H-Corp? Well, that's easy. That's when we enter H-Corp. I would appreciate it if such a reunion had a low probability of occurring. While I am not very partial to mathematical statistics like the probability theory, I hope your prediction is dead right. Well then. Hey, Yoshihide? What? I wouldn't say we're family exactly, but listen, there's a lot of stuff I want to say to you, and a lot of stuff I want to hear from you, okay? So, S-Y-L. Did I do that right? Acronymize it into L. Instead of see you later, just later. And call me Ryoshu, not Yoshihide. Prefer the echoes of that name. After a round of goodbyes, the two disembarked from the bus, and no sooner had the machinery clicked into place, and the bus's wheels finally began to turn, bringing us closer and closer towards a blindingly radiant portal, massive enough to engulf the bus whole. Well, to our next destination, I guess. Oh, right. Where are we headed next? Dante inquires about the next destination, Virgilius. Oh, now that's more like it. Oh, it's been too bloody long since I heard that question. Yeah, don't get too excited. Mine has an answer to that question ever led us to anywhere that's not downright bizarre. Virgilius gave me a faint, knowing smile as though to confirm Ishmael's pessimistic remark, then delivered a comment that sounded too light-hearted for its gravity. Downright bizarre, is it? Well, let me say that it's high time we faced such a sight. Our next target, our next destination, is District 14. Words, Manager Dante. We are now en route to S.A.N.G.R.I.A. There we go, it is S.A.N.G.R.I.A. It's what I suspected, at least. So, we are going there after all. S.A.N.G.R.I.A. Plenty of faces there I'd rather not see. As the rest of the sinners voiced their various gripes and discontent with S.A.N.G.R.I.A, Merceau, who probably had the most amount of history with the wing, simply flipped open his newspaper like usual and began reading it with the same unchanging expression. Going to arrive there to learn Merceau never resigned, it was just a paid leave. As though for him, none of this changed anything. Now departing, vroom vroom. With that, the bus resumed its journey to a yet another tale. Alright. There we go. Next destination, S.A.N.G.R.I.A. Let's grab our lunacy. And you know what? We actually finished at a pretty good time. It didn't turn out to be a short stream after all. Yeah, let's wrap things up now, shall we? Hopefully everyone enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. As for what we're doing for the rest of the week, the weekend, we should be doing some Super Robot Wars tea. So look forward to that, everyone. And on the Monday, I should be doing some Nocia on Callista's channel. So look forward to all of that. Now, let's go and raid someone, shall we? Let's see. I am going to raid... let's raid... Serafina Noir. Serafina is playing some Wasteland 3 right now. So let's pop on over there and go say hello. Shall we? Alright. Thank you very much as always, and hope to see you all next time. Alright. See ya.